And hello, we are live, guys. Hello, hello. How are we doing? New week and all. I'm sure we all good. We all good. We are live in 3 different platforms. I'm sure we're all doing very well. It's been amazing, 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 amazing. Tell everybody that we're live. Let me take some of you guys. Hey, 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 very hi. How are you doing? You good? Oh, God. It's been amazing. The weather has been brilliant. I'm sure you guys are having fun and enjoying yourselves. Please do share and let everybody know that we're live. And yeah, let's get cracking. And by the way, for you guys, just a quick reminder, please go and follow me on YouTube. I'm making the most there. I'm moving waves over there. So it's a bit different. It's a bit different kind of environment, right? So yeah, it will be great. It will be great. You'll get more out of me from there rather than me just popping up here once a week. It'll be better for you guys to follow me up on YouTube. So yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. So today we're going to talk about new cultures. How do you create new cultures? What are new cultures? What does that mean to you when I say, hey, Shapaka, hey, darling, how are you? What does it mean when I say we're creating new cultures? What does that mean to you? I want you to let your mind run a little bit because I'm all about working. Hey, Grace. I'm all about working with single mothers, as women, for us to really change our mindset, to change the way we think, to think differently about, especially when it comes to money. But us having a broken mindset, as the way we are, we will never be there. Is that making sense to you guys? So we have to change our mindset to get to the next level. So that's why it's important for us to talk about the mindset before we get to the money stage. Because getting to the money stage, it will be hard for you if you guys win a lottery now. It will be very, very hard if your mind is not equipped to handle the amount of money, right? You'll just waste it because you're not mentally prepared for it. So to me, that is so, so important for us to get mentally strong because you're struggling as it is anyway, especially if you're a single mother, you're fighting life because you're being a mom and a dad at the same time. So you're fighting life, you're struggling, trying to get everything right to be the parent, right? So, but if you work on your mindset, hey Naki, hi, hey, if you work on your mind and make it right, everything else that's gonna come at you, you'll be able to take a breather and be able to handle it a little bit better instead of you just being stressed out. Because when you're stressing out, you're just lashing. You're just lashing out at stuff. You're not really being yourself. So that's why it's really important for us to talk about the mind, for us to talk about creating new cultures. That's the topic of today. And I'm back at this book. This, seriously, you guys have no idea, right? Why I'm on about it. I'm on about it because what Judith have done here, you can find it on Facebook, on Amazon. What she's done here is it's not talking about money, right? But she's talking about us peeling layers, so bit by bit, starting from childhood to being an adult now, as to why you are handling money the way you are, right? how you act the way you act, but we don't pay attention because most of us, we just living life as if, that's it, that's life, this is the life I'm given, so therefore I'm existing, I'm living, that's just it. But there is more to it. And having said that, I think I'm changing my schedule, you guys, to Monday because I'm missing out because I should be in the class now, and I've been trying to figure out what's the best day. I think I might change it to Monday. It will be better for me to do it on Mondays. Less about that. So it's your life. You gotta own it, right? You gotta own it. You gotta be the one who's going to be responsible. It's your personal responsibility to take up and own it. But we live life, our own lives, as if you're living it for somebody else or you're living someone else's life. So we let pass of certain things. We don't pay attention to them. We don't do things that we really should be going for. Because remember, when we were all kids, we had dreams of things that we wanted to do. But what did we do? We've pushed them all to the side. We've let life get in the way. You are not doing what you said you were going to do. You have forgotten that you even dreamt about that certain dream. But again, it's said, it's your right, your life. Own it. Own the life. I mean, if you're not owning it, somebody else is owning it, and that's proof of us going to work. So I was listening to this podcast where it was said, if you are not making yourself a millionaire, that's for sure you are making somebody else a millionaire. And that's you going to work. Now, I don't want you guys to look at this as a downer when somebody says, oh, because being a millionaire or being a business person or doing all these things is not for everybody. Some people are really comfortable where they are, but some people, or most of us, we use it as a cop out just to be and settle and not wanting to do the hard work. Yeah. So we cop out on it and just like, nah, I can't be bothered. I'm fine where I am. We'll make it okay, right? We'll make it okay for us to be where we are. Whereas we know deep down, you want more, right? We really want more because sometimes you heavy or you're a cheerleader for someone else who's really living a good life, but not really paying attention to your own life, not paying attention into what is on your plate, on your table. So it's so important for us. I feel we need to make a topic of money like an everyday conversation. Yeah, especially when it comes to our kiddos. Let's make it an everyday conversation. Let's talk about it. Let's make them comfortable. Let's make them know that they can do these things and they are able to. It's because we are implementing that belief in them for them to really take it into like them to believe in themselves, like, actually, I can, right? Instead of the culture that we have now, we've built at home. It's like, you are a child, go, or take this tablet and just please leave me alone because you are exhausted all the time because you're running. Hey, Ashra girl, because you're running, chasing for that paper, right? So that's why it's important for us to create those different cultures, for us to think differently. Because all it is, especially when you listen to these people, it's the mindset. It starts with the mind. It starts with how you're thinking. That's all. Once you've moved from that mindset to move to the next level, now where you're putting in hard work, like really work very hard, but you have moved. It's all the mind. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. That's all we need to do is work on the mind and change it. So that's why you have to have the audacity to create that new culture. So that new culture starts with you working on your mind, doing things that you wouldn't normally do, make yourself so uncomfortable, like really make yourself really uncomfortable, not to just sit there and just do or try. I said I'll try to cop out, like really go for it. Because as I said, like this year, I'm on the straight of reaching 20 books, right? Me and the people that I trade with, we're on the straight of reading 20 books. It's not easy. Some books are really hard. Some books are really, you don't understand, but we are doing it, right? We are doing it. We're going, welcome, welcome, everybody, welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're doing it. It's not easy, but now because you got to read the books 2 weeks, come back and report, take notes. So you're constantly going, right? You're going for it, going, 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 doing, constantly, you're doing. And you're changing yourself all the time. Hey, Alma baby, thank you, guys. So you constantly, right? And some of the books, I'm like, okay, fine. These books, I'm getting more value out of them. These ones, yeah. These ones, not so much, right? So I'm devising. So I will get back to certain books again later on once I've done my books of the year, like my 20 books of the year. It sounds like it's nothing, but it's quite a lot. It's quite a lot of reading. But as I said to you guys, most of them I'm listening, but it's listening while I'm going for a run, listening while I'm doing something, which is sometimes, hey, share, sometimes you're missing out because you're not sort of sitting down and taking notes. So you got to go back and listen to them, like sit down and pay attention. So with everything, because we are so divided, right? Mentally, our attention span is so short that we don't pay attention to anything. Because if I say, listen, you guys, listen to this book, just half an hour a day, it might seem like too much just to sit down and listen to a book or go, hey, Nandi, baby, it's been a while. You can break down the half an hour, like 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes there, and make it work. But we make it so difficult. Like everything's like, anything that you gotta push for your, like push and get through to the other side, it's really hard. We don't do it. Hey, you are welcome, my sweetness. You're welcome. So we gotta go for it. We gotta go for it. You from the US. That's really great. So create people. Create people around you that you want, that you will benefit from. Because the thing is of having people around you is you have people that will tell you when you are not right, the people that will lift you up when you're down, people that will really push you. But as for us, we're so comfortable with what, because it's we are relating to the people, right? It's what they are doing, I'm doing as well. So I'm all right. I don't need to challenge myself. So if you are going to work and you're not doing a side hustle, I'm fine. I'm fine. If I start a side hustle to you as a friend of mine, it's gonna be like, why are you doing that? Who do you think you are? All of a sudden now you're questioning our friendship only because I'm trying to do something different. And the thing is, well, I was listening to this podcast by Patrick David, what he was saying. Everybody who does something, they tend to find themselves. You somehow you find your culture. Somehow you end up finding your people. So let's say if I love running, right? So if I sort of hang out with, let's say I'm in a room, in a room like networking, somehow I will end up with people who love running, right? Because of the conversations they are flowing with together, we're doing the same thing. So somehow I'm relating to somebody because of something that I do. And for people who are broke, for people who don't want to do the work, right, which is the hard work of going to the next level, if you somehow find your group, find that group of people who are not doing nothing. That okay, well, I'm here maybe because my friend, she was really nagging me, she was really disturbing my peace, so I'm here. I don't know what this is all about. I don't care for it. You will find your people. Always, 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 always. Even when you're out partying, guys, you are not the people that you've come with because you know them, but somehow, some way, you find kind of sort of you are attracted to a certain person, aren't you? It's because it is the aura, it's the vibes that you're giving out. So you end up being attracted to certain people, but we don't pay attention. We don't pay attention to anything. As I said, we live life as if it's for other people, or we're living our lives as if it's not ours. So we don't push in, we don't do what we're supposed to do. And that is a shame. That is an absolute shame. Because what is a culture? Culture is just ideas, customs, like it's a social behavior. That's all there is to it. What sort of behaviors are you creating for you? What sort of behaviors do you have? What are you doing? What are you doing? So that is so important. That's why you have to find and create those new cultures. If you want to create these new cultures, it means you gotta let go of certain people. Not everybody can come. Going is not for everybody. Going is not for everybody. Why? Because it's hard work. Change, it's hard work. Anything that you gotta change in your life, it's hard. Anything. Small, big, anything change is hard. But if you feel you want to change, if you feel you're doing this for you, if you feel you've had enough, you will do it hard. You will do it hard. No question about it. You will do it hard because you've had enough. Because most of us, I know change is constant. Like a change is a lifelong thing. It's not like you've changed now. So that's it. Okay, Shike, you said change. I've left some of my friends behind. Now what? No, you gotta grow because these people that you have here now, you gotta change as well. Because the more of you're becoming as a better person, the more money you're making along the process, along the way, you will have to change. Because if you're hanging out with a group of people, these kind of people that you're hanging out with, they think, okay, I'm with these people, I'm smarter than I was maybe a year ago, or I'm the smartest person among this group now. So you gotta move on. Find another lot of people who are more smarter, who've got more money than you, who are going places. Because of social media, what we tend to do, that's our drive. That is our drive. That's all we want to do. That's the thing. So, oh, let me go to a certain place so I can take pictures, so I post them. That is our drive. So bad. So bad. Come on, you guys. Guys, quick announcement. Please, if you're not following me on YouTube, can you please do that now for me? I will really, really appreciate it and I will love you forever. Thank you. Because I'm trying to grow my audience on there as well. I would want some of you guys on there to follow me and get more of me because it's the mind. We're changing the culture of no doers to doers, right? Instead of, oh, I must, it's like I should, it should become a must. It's a must. This is a must. This is me. This is what I'm doing. Right? It's my life. Own it. Right? What she's saying in the book, it's your life. Own it. Let's say, if your child or you as a child, you would went to your mom or your dad to say, Mom, I need some money. Someone, when you are probably 16, 17, old enough, you'll be told that, or you were told to go and find yourself a job. Right? Do something. Now, that is because of what mom and dad knows, or even to us now as parents, that's what we know. But the world we live in now, it's not going that way, guys. If we're not waking up right now to what is right in front of our eyes, we're sleepwalking, we are failing our children. I'm sorry to say, but that's a reality. Because with this blaming AI malarkey, now remember years ago, most of us, especially when you came to the UK, we didn't have these self-services machines. Anyway, banks, shops, there were people. Now, when those things came along, somebody lost a job. Right? Because all these companies, what they care about is for them, how can we make more money? How can we save money? Somebody lost a job. And AI right now is, hey, Nandi, it's making the most of it. People are grabbing onto AI like crazy. Now, what I love about being in the industry of trading Forex is you are so close to understanding what is going on the bigger scale, on a scale of understanding how can I move? Because you're reading this, You're listening to these people, you are listening to that person, they're talking as to what is going on. Shikevihanga. Just the same, Shikevihanga. Yeah, I've made it easy for everybody to find me on all my social medias platforms. It's just Shikevihanga, except from Shikevi on Instagram. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So they don't care. No government cares, right? If you remain in the same culture, you will remain. And what will you do? You guys remain together and complain and moan that everything. I don't have enough money. I can't do this. I can't do that. Or make more money. Learn to make more money. Move with a certain group, with this certain culture of people that are really working on themselves. It's not hard, but they're doing it. They are willing to be different. They are willing to do the work. That's the sort of culture that you should try and do for yourself. So back on the thing of go and find a job. That's what we're telling our children these days. Go to university. Well, of course, go to university, but what are you going to do with a degree? Because most people that we know, some people work in McDonald's and they've got a degree of some sort. Because what the thing that I've learned, because even from the educators within the company, the academy, is yes, most of them are well educated, but they had to take themselves away from the enslaved of the systems, how like do the 9 to 5 kind of thing. And that's what a lot of people are running away from that, because people have learned ways and understand how you can sort of own your own freedom with you giving yourself the freedom of how can I have the me time? How can I give me more time to do what I want and to have the money that I want instead of being told I am worth $1,000 a month, right? Because that's what most of us, $1,000 to we are told we are worth that much money. Most of us. Because we are valued at that amount of money. Now, are you worth that much? Is that all you're worth? You think you are worth all that? You are worth more. But if you're not giving yourself a chance of creating and changing the culture, somebody else will detect and run your life for you. And I'm sure you don't want that. I mean, if you sit down and think about it, you don't want that. And you know that you are better than that. You know that you are better than that. But because you don't give yourself a chance, you don't get to know what that is. You're not gambling on yourself. I don't mean as in gambling in a bad way, but you're not taking a chance on yourself to really know what you're capable of. What are you capable of? Because most of us, we don't test ourselves. So that's why it's so important for you to go out and test yourself instead of trying to go and get a second job to try and make some more money. When you make more, doing more than one job, the taxman tax you even more because now they're seeing your name is appearing twice. Yeah, because I think it used to be called BR, tax rate, because they're taking even more money away from you. You are exhausted. You're trying to provide for those kiddos, but you can't. Rich mom, you can't if you are a mother. Because you are stressed out, you're not paying attention to the kids. You're stressed out because you most of the bills you can't afford to pay with inflation high up now. Everything's so damn expensive. You can't, but you are saying to yourself that I'm working very hard. Why is it I can't afford? Because you're working very hard, not smart. Yeah? Because we got to be smart about it. Working hard, it's a no-go thing now these days. You don't have to break your back. You don't have to break your back anymore. We just have to be smart. How can you be smart about making money online? I think it's the easiest way to do it. I'm not necessarily saying it's easy, but it's almost a better way for you to be able to be with your family and be able to do maybe this other job and be able to do whatever else to give yourself that freedom. because it's gonna be hard. Whatever you choose to do online, it's gonna be hard because it's gonna be a new craft for you. So you gotta learn it, right? You gotta learn it, and that in itself will take time. But once you know what you know, that's it. Once you know what you know, and it's gonna give you that freedom to work from anywhere, right? Because that's what we want, is that freedom of being able to do what we want. It's a freedom to be able to buy what we want that we can't, because now you are on a string thin budget. You cannot do anything because all your money is going to the bills. All you're doing is paying bills. Give yourself a chance. I mean, you deserve it. You deserve it. I deserve it. I know financial freedom is the key. Absolutely. You couldn't have said it better. But we got to find ways as to how. What is that financial freedom to you? Not everybody is meant to be a millionaire. No, not everybody. That's for sure. But what is your financial freedom? Write it down on a piece of paper. How much money do I want to make every month to start sort of giving myself to that financial freedom? What, $5,000 a month? Right? Because most of us, we're making 2, 3, between 1 and 2, which is nothing really. So now let's push it up a little bit. Let's push it up a notch a little bit, right? Let's go for 5. Put it down on paper and then plan, how are you going to make that? Let's just start with that. How are you going to make that $5,000 a month? Go out, Google it, find. Hey, Jesse Brown, find a way as to how you are going to make that $5,000. What is the thing that will take you to that? And when you get to the $5,000, what is it that you're going to leave behind? What are you willing to leave behind? Because $5,000 to you and I is a lot of money. It's a lot of money that we don't have, that we don't make per month right now, right? But what are you willing to leave behind? What sort of a culture are you willing to create for you within your household and the people around you? What sort of a culture are you working towards? Because it's going to take, you have to sit down and think about it. You have to sit down and really go for it. You have to sit down and think about you, and sit down and really write it down on paper. At first, if it's a new thing, you might be just writing things you want to buy, right? But you want that handbag, you want those shoes, because we are in this culture of wanting to buy.